It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Goff taking it right to the air. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Goff trying again here after the pick. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, Goff. Finds Laporta. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They'll motion a tight end left. On first down, it's Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off play action, Goff. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Goff on first and 10. He finds Laporta. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They've got a man in motion. Third down run by Gibbs. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. These two NFC North teams have played one. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Looking to throw, Goff. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Goff setting the throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He rolls to his right. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it's 3rd down now.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Darnold to throw. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 27. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, it's gone. Wright reels it in. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Next time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Buying some time right. He's running with it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd down carry for Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings pushing for a score before the break. Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work. Help reset.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Trying again, following the sack. On the move, headed right. Pass is caught by Addison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Laporta with the grab. And they get to him and touch him down. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Goff on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long. The Lions ready for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. We We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Fox now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They go play action here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Darnold now to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run here with Jones. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He finds him right side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Darnold. Quick slant complete. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes it. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers. You can find a completion just like that.
And he goes out a little short of the 40. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing again, it's Goff. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Goff on 1st and 10. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. From the 18 on 2nd down. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They'll go for it, Goff. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Jones once more. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're going play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Motioning him from the slot right. 1st down throw from Goff. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Pass complete to Gibbs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Offense up to the line fast. Off to the air now. And they take this in for the score. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Man in motion out of the slot. 1st and 10, here's Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Man in motion here. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings close to extending their unbeaten streak to 6-0. Third and just 2 to go. Here's Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Detroit calls timeout, gets second. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he reaches the 35 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. Goff back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. From the gun, Goff. So this one goes against the offense. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing is gone. Throw complete to Williams. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again. It's Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
It's taken in by Williams. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. Yeah, no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field. Whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick six. Wow.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's Raymond on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Goff trying again here after the pick. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st down, it's Goff. He finds Laporta. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going.